Hello students, I am Jagan Babu, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, RMD Engineering College. Subject code 22EC301, Autonomous Institution, Signals and System, Semester 3. Current paper for the third sem EC students. The prerequisite is circuit theory, application subject is digital signal processing subject, DSP. Okay, unit number 4. I given the 6 videos posted in the YouTube, 1, 2 and 3rd unit. Now I'm moving to the 4th unit, analysis of discrete time signal. So we're going to see whenever the discrete time signal is there, the transformation is called as Z transform. The question is, find Z transform of sin omega n dot u of n. Solution, x of n is equal to sin omega n u of n. You know very well, u of n value is step signal 1 for n greater than equal to 0 or 0 to infinity, greater than equal to 0. Sin omega n is equal to formula sin theta is equal to e power j theta minus e power minus j theta divided by 2j. The same way, sin omega n is equal to e power j omega n minus e power minus j omega n divided by 2j. X of z is equal to summation n equal to minus infinity x of n z power minus n. This is a formula of the x of z. That is called Z transform formula. Summation n equal to minus infinity x of n z power minus n, which is equal to summation n equal to minus infinity x of n to be substituted as sin omega n. Instead of sin omega n, e power j omega n minus e power minus j omega n divided by 2j dot u of n z power minus n, which is equal to 1 by 2j. I am taking 2j outside. 1 by 2j. I am taking this 2j outside. So 1 by 2j summation minus infinity to infinity. I change it to 0 to infinity. Why I change to 0 to infinity? Because 0 to infinity, because it means that the value of the u of n. What is my u of n? The value will be 1, n greater than equal to 0. Now 1 by 2j summation n equal to 0 to infinity, because u of n is substitutes 1, so 0 to infinity e power j omega n z power minus n minus the summation n equal to 0 to infinity e power minus j omega n z power minus n. So take this z power minus n here, take this z power minus n here. Next step, 1 by 2j summation n equal to 0 to infinity e power j omega n z power minus n. Both n is there, so e power j omega, can I write z inverse this term? Then I can put whole power n here. Yes. Now e power j omega, this is z inverse whole power n, minus summation n equal to 0 to infinity e power minus j omega n z power minus n. Now j omega z inverse, can I write whole to the power of minus n, or else you can change and write e power minus j omega z inverse whole to the power of n, e power minus j omega z inverse whole power n. Next, what is the meaning of this 0 to infinity? Going to be expanded from 0 to infinity. So put n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 dot 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 dot. Now 1 by 2j, okay, first n equal to 0, so e power 0 plus n equal to 1 e power 1 plus dot 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 minus this value again, n equal to 1, n equal to 0, put n equal to 0, 0 plus n equal to 1 dot 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 dot. Okay, therefore 1 by 2j of anything power 0, this one we have the formula, we have a series one formula like binomial series 1 plus x to the power of minus n formula. Now this formula, this terms become, the answer is 1 divided by 1 minus e power j omega z inverse. Next step, minus, take this minus as it is, 1 divided by 1 minus e power minus j omega z inverse. Now this can be changed and write z by z minus e power j omega. This can be changed and write z by z minus e power minus j omega. Now x of j equal to 1 by 2j, cross multiply, z of z minus e power minus j omega minus z of z minus e power plus j omega divided by z minus e power j omega, z minus e power minus j omega. Therefore 1 by 2j, multiply the brackets, remove the bracket, z square minus z into e power minus j omega minus z square minus and minus plus z into e power plus j omega divided by this a plus b into a minus b formula, right? So z into z square minus z into e power minus j omega minus z into e power plus j omega minus into minus plus e power j omega into e power minus j omega. Next step, 1 by 2j minus z e power minus j omega plus z e power j omega the whole divided by z square minus z minus e power j omega minus z into e power plus j omega plus 1. Therefore 1 by 2j, take z outside. So z take outside, e power plus j omega minus e power minus j omega the whole divided by z square minus, again take z outside, e power plus j omega e power minus j omega plus 1. Therefore 1 by 2j z into, what is this formula actually? This formula in term of sine. So when I need 2j here, so by 2j into 2j, here by 2j into 2j whole divided by z square minus, here also the formula cos, so by 2 into 2, so by 2 into 2 plus 1. Next step, which is equal to 2j get cancelled, this becomes sine z, so z into sine omega divided by z square minus 2z, this full term is cos omega plus 1. Therefore x of z is equal to z sine omega divided by z square minus 2z cos omega plus 1. This is the answer of the x of z. Thank you, students.